Let's talk about more content in Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer, an expansion to the Killstreak system that could really help the game, content in Season 2 and beyond, and much more. Be sure to subscribe for more MW2 and Warzone 2 videos like this. Now, again, on Killstreaks, we know how they work in this game, and they work pretty well. Obviously, you have a bunch of really solid streaks. I'll run through them quickly here. We have the UAV, bomb drone, counter UAV, cluster mine, care package, precision airstrike, cruise missile, mortar strike, sentry gun, SAE, VTOL, Overwatch Helo, Wilson HS, stealth bomber, chopper gunner, emergency airdrop, gunship, advanced UAV, and the Juggernaut. So a solid collection of streaks here. And the system to switch it between Killstreak and Scorestreak is super cool. So if you click R2 down below, whatever button is on your controller or keyboard, you can enable or disable Scorestreak. So I have Scorestreaks on here. You can see the different scores, and then I turn it off for Killstreak. In this case here, for a Killstreak, if you get 4 kills, you will receive that streak. But if it's on score here, you could get 2 kills and capture a flag, and then maybe get 3 kills and capture a flag. I'm pretty sure 200 for capturing the flag, 3 kills, 100 points each, and then you'll get your streak that way. So 2 different methods there. I love how they did this in this game, so that's already a great thing there. But overall, there are other improvements that we could see here and stuff we could see throughout the DLC seasons of this game that can make streaks even more engaging and fun. The first thing here, I saw this tweet from the Ghost of Hope talking about streaks in this game, and this ties into DLC streaks coming as well. He said, "Wish we had more ground-based streaks in MW2. As it is right now, we have so many aerial streaks. Would love to see the following added, as I think they'd fit well. We have a grenade launcher, a minigun, armor, and then flamethrower." And when I first read this here, I do definitely agree. I mean, most of these streaks here, I feel like a lot of past IW games have been like this. They're all just these aerial streaks, and honestly, they're not as good as they were in the past. But, you know, also, IW was one of the first to do something crazy, to have more ground-based streaks. The biggest change there, which I know people don't like, is the SATCOM from COD Ghost, which was actually the new version of the UAV back then. But I honestly really enjoyed the SATCOM system, and it was just different having to place an actual streak down. It was just a really interesting vibe, having a physical streak on the map that you used instead of just clicking the UAV button or the remote control or whatever, and then it's just randomly up in the sky. So obviously, I don't want them to do that with the UAV now. I like how the UAV is in this game and how it's been for pretty much every other Call of Duty, but the SATCOM, you have to admit, was pretty unique, and I don't know, shout out to Team Art for that clip as well. Super old video there, brings back so many memories. But overall, again, this ties into, you know, more DLC streaks and other stuff we could see in MW2, because, you know, the Ghost of Hope mentions some streaks that remind me of, honestly, Treyarch type streaks, which I'm not saying aren't possible in MW2. Nowadays, it doesn't really matter what developer is making the game. Of course, we have Castle potentially coming to MW2, which is a Treyarch map from World at War. So anything is possible nowadays, and it brought me back to not just streaks we saw in Black Ops Cold War, but even further back to a lot of these specialist character abilities, which, you know, what they did in Cold War was, of course, we didn't have specialist characters, but they brought a lot of those abilities into the Killstreak system. Also as DLC streaks as well, but also in the base game. So we had stuff like the War Machine, of course, an Annihilator, Flamethrower, all of that good stuff. I want to run through, actually, those OG BO3 streaks here, or at least the specialist character abilities that, you know, I would definitely want to see as Killstreaks, honestly, in MW2, but you could transfer that over to Treyarch as well. Of course, we had the gravity spikes from Ruin. We had the Sparrow crossbow from Outrider. That is very possible there. Of course, the crossbow's already in the game, so if they don't have it as a DLC weapon, it could easily be a streak. Vision Pulse, that's not going to happen. Prophet had the Tempest. That's fairly possible. I mean, MW2 isn't a futuristic game, but it's in the present day, and, you know, it wouldn't be too crazy to have some type of weapon that shoots electricity. I'm pretty sure that exists right now, so that could be cool. Glitch, probably not. Battery had a War Machine, very possible there, of course. We had a kinetic armor ability, not going to happen. Seraph had the Annihilator, easily possible there, but more of a Treyarch thing. Nomad had the Hive weapon, interesting. Reaper had the Scythe, pretty much a minigun, as the Ghost of Hope said there, or a death machine. We had Spectre had a Ripper weapon, easily possible as well. Firebreak had the Purifier, Flamethrower, that's also very possible. So those are most of the BO3 specialist abilities there. And again, I think those streaks are so sick. A lot of them could be brought over. Maybe they're meant more for Treyarch, but you know, IW could make their own version of these. It's not like IW doesn't have a flamethrower or, again, a crossbow, as we said. They could do stuff like that. I think it would be super cool. Let me know down below your opinions on that. And to give us more content overall, I think it would definitely help having, for each season, at least one DLC streak. I think that would be super sick, and I think it's very possible here. So let me know down below your opinions on that, of course. And as I said in my previous video, what other streaks would want them to add as DLC streaks in MW2 if we're getting a 2-year DLC season for this game, which of course isn't confirmed yet. But if that happens, I mean, we're gonna need some extra streaks at some point. Having the same streaks for 2 years straight is gonna kind of suck. It's not a big deal, I guess, but you know, if it takes a little bit of effort to add a DLC streak, why not? So that's that there. And obviously Cold War and other previous Call of Duties have proven that they can release kill streaks or score streaks as DLC, which is definitely cool to see. So again, let me know. And also another pretty big upgrade here that we definitely want to see, this is DLC aside, it's just the pure fact of calling in streaks is such a hassle in this game. I mean, again, I've adapted to it. You know, like most things here, I may not like it, but this is the game I'm playing. I'm gonna play it, I'm gonna have fun, and if it's not that big of a deal to me, I'm gonna get over it. So calling in streaks, the fact that it takes so long is definitely very annoying. Sometimes it's not as bad, but when you're in the middle of a gunfight, you want to pop a UAV real quick. I mean, it takes like 7 to 8 seconds. It's insane. And there have been so many times where I just die right in the middle of my streak, right in the middle of the map, wherever I am on a hardpoint hill, because I pull out my huge thing, I type it all in, type in the passcode for the UAV, call it in, and then put it away, and then I want to call in my counter UAV. Hold this whole thing out, type in stuff, like it's just crazy. So again, it's not a big, it truly isn't a big deal to me, but that would be a very big W for a lot of people. And I think it would make the, you know, enjoyability factor of this multiplayer that much better. So, you know, if they do that, that'd be huge. We'll see very soon. I think that's a very possible change. I don't think they're completely against making that change. I think it's very possible. But again, who knows what they're thinking at IW there. But the real question is, could we see this as soon as Season 2? I'm assuming they haven't given us too much content. I mean, I feel like we got a good amount of content from Season 1's update, the DMZ map, of course, Building 21, Raid Episode 1, the MP maps, although they were both remakes, solid content. I mean, we did get a decent amount of content, not a lot, considering MW2 is probably going to be the new best-selling COD of all time. I feel like we should be seeing more content. The Season 1 was fair. I'm not going to give them hate for that, but if we have this long wait up until Season 2, which is a month from now, I'm assuming they're going to give us a lot more content here. And DLC streaks, if that is in the cards, which I'm pretty sure, you know, is very possible, not confirmed, but very possible, that should release as soon as Season 2. I mean, again, we'll see what they end up doing here. I want to be optimistic for IW. They have a huge game on their hands here, of course. I mean, they could really make this game a super long-lasting, or, you know, they could fumble and not give us enough content, and not enough content across all types of modes, maps, weapons, streaks, etc. And I don't know. I mean, people will just stop playing as much. So hopefully we get the other side there. I'm optimistic. I'm hopeful for the best. We'll see very soon what we get here for MW2. Not just with streaks as well, but for other parts of the game. Let me know down below what other content you want to see in MW2. Is it there? Is it not there? Stuff that's realistic. Stuff that may not be realistic, but you just want to personally see. Let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to use some of your comments in future videos. But that's it here for this video. Be sure to subscribe for more MW2, Warzone 2, news, update videos like this. Shout out to the YouTube channel members as always. And I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.